This week's been a crazy week, man. First of all, let's just start this episode by saying condolences to the family of the 15-year-old girl that was stabbed in Croydon.
For real.
Yeah, we're going to start off the episode with that because, we talk about a lot of topics on our show, but we don't promote violence against women. Just
Never
have to put that out there, and we've never have. As a matter of fact, if he would have watched our show, he would have got advice of how to handle rejection, because we speak about that a lot. I've spoken about that a lot.
That's what it was, isn't it?
And stuff like that, and not being pressed by your emotions too much, and being able to control yourself in that height of anger. You know what I'm saying? Even though I heard the boy's been charged with murder.
Well, look, of course. I mean, nothing less.
Now his life is over.
Pretty much, yeah. Was it worth it, innit? But it's man, I think in any situation, it's funny how we speak about similar things, but in terms of how people handle rejection in any form, but that emotion was, I don't know, like I've never thought to myself to back out anything on a woman if she's rejecting me. Like I think you might hear about domestic violence, but it doesn't normally go beyond that, innit? But at that love affair for that age, I think it's a sort of a reflection of just young boys in general, where they are mentally, innit? Like the older stabbers and that. So everyone's up to them kind of thing. And like I don't even think like these boys are seeing gender. You know what I mean? So if they think they are up, they're just on it. And I think the whole, it just sort of stereotypes and confirms, people who just look at that sort of ethnic group and just think, oh yeah, them young black boys are. You know, it just reinforces that whole idea of it, innit? And like he's made it worse, or just made people think, yeah, like we know it's like that. So it's hard for the people who are in the black community to be like, to keep saying like we got to do better, because it don't seem like we are. It just seems like it's a very vicious cycle, innit? But until you break it or come out of that stereotypical view of what black men are to what we know we could be, that hold of it is all gonna be. But then when you extend to women, it's like, bro, it's like everyone's on a hit list now. It's like no one's safe, innit, kind of thing.
That's wild.
If a young black girl can get touched over that rejection aspect, yeah, it's like I can't imagine the relationship with his mum.
But they say she was backing her friend.
Yeah, she jumped in, yeah.
But even then, he's got hands.
Of course.
Do you understand what I mean? Like, what would possess you to say, I'm going to put a machete's massive, you know?
Of course, it's like a...
No, bro, it's about a machete.
A machete, sorry, yeah.
A machete, bro.
Yeah.
The one with the sharp edges like that on the end, that when it goes in, it pulls everything out. What would make you think in your head, I'm going to pull this on a girl at 8:30 in the morning? She died at 8:30 or something in the morning. 8:30 a.m. going to school. Can we not see that is just mad? The youth was rolling with his machete at that time.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I don't think he had it. I don't think he had the knife for her. I'm saying if he's in op mode, he's just about that. Like he's on demon time anyway. So I'm trying to say he might be so used to that kind of lifestyle that he just it's almost like instinctive. He's just done it. So I'm not saying So I don't think he woke up thinking like I'm gonna poke someone. But I'm saying if you're on the roads, if you're on the street, if you're up boy, if you're doing things like that, yeah, then he's carrying that energy with him, whatever he does. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So if he's already in that frame of mind, that just made sense in that moment for him. Like thinking what who you get allowed with? You get it? Like that kind of whole thing. But I'm saying, take him out of that. The average black boy doesn't even get there. Like he's not even there. But if man's on demon time 24/7, he's used to being on the road. Don't know his dad. You know what I mean? Mum's always at work. He's with the man. He's in op mode, bro, 24/7. So that's probably how he deals with things. Just period. And unfortunately, it went over towards a girl. So I'm saying, but I don't think he had a conscious thought. That's a girl. I'm gonna do it anyway. As opposed to let me just do it because who she get allowed with? You trying to play with, and then fell off. Now he's probably in black prison thinking,
this wasn't worth it.
It wasn't worth it. But
it wasn't worth it.
Even if it was another boy, I still would have felt the same pain.
Yeah.
Like forget gender. Just, obviously, it's worse when it's a woman. I'm saying, but forget gender, because my guy, it's sad to think he's rolling around like that anyway. Do you get it?
Yeah.
But another senseless life lost, and obviously you have to say condolences like to the family and everybody involved. But after a while, that saying, fam, you got to do better. But it's hard to do better when things are outside of your control, fam.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel bad for the whole setup of it was messed. Like the fact that the youth tried to buy flowers for a girl but had his sheffers on him is like, you're moving backwards. Either you're a sweet boy or you're a bad boy. When you're in between the middle and you don't know what you are, that's the most dangerous person.
Of course.
Because, see, he wasn't a road you, but he had a knife on him. That's dangerous. That's like putting a gun in a baby's hand.
Facts.
You don't know what they're going to do. They might just kill an innocent teacher because she said no to him once. Do you make sense? Who is she saying no to? Bow, kills the teacher.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
you can't put power in someone who's not in their right mind's state. Now, we have to look at it from another angle, bro. Like, there's a problem in our community.
Big one.
There's a problem in our community.
Big one.
And what I saw that was even sad at the end was that everybody wants to blame someone, because when stuff like this happens, we like to blame because we don't want to look at it like it's a community problem, so we want to blame people. It's easier to blame people than to actually say,
of course it is.
If we was all doing good and all helping out, then maybe something would happen. So people, what they've saying was that the red pill culture community and Andrew Tate are the reason why the little girl got stabbed, because of the way that they demoralize and bunker women.
They're linking Tate to them.
They're linking Tate and podcasts that speak about similar views that we have. And I won't say us, I say similar views. They're saying that we're the reason why a young man would go out there and just put a knife to a girl's throat.
Makes no sense.
But I've never, not once, in sitting here or in any other studio I've been in, to actually harm women. I've actually the opposite. If a woman tells you it's over, then say thank you and keep it moving. How much times we've been in situations, me and you, and we've spoken off camera, and I've said, I ain't never told you, I've called you to violence.
Never.
I've always said, bro, hold your dignity and don't call her again. She'll come back. You know what I'm saying?
Never promoted or been an advocate of violence, ever. Like,
especially against women. Bro.
Never.
Like, go and thump up that girl or this and that. We've never even said that. We said women need to... And the funny thing is, what I see a few weeks ago, look. I said women need to be careful of disrespecting men because...
True, oh yeah.
Because I said that men they don't like taking disrespect and they'll go to any length to do heinous crimes. I actually put the clip out there.
That's true, actually.
And it wasn't a clip to say women be careful. I'm just saying be careful of these psycho guys that they don't know like how to control themselves and emotionally. And I even got to the point of even explaining why these men are like this. And it's because they come from a single mother household. I saw a lot of women in the comment section saying it's the deadbeat fathers that's not there. But I said, even if the father's not there, do you know what? Child can still be raised with manners and morals.
Of course.
Because there's uncles, there's community leaders, there's other people in the community.
Support networks.
You can't just, as a single mother, just put all the blame on the dad that's not there.
Nah.
Because you've got to take some accountability that the man's not there. Facts. That you chose a man that's not there. But, all right, let's say for argument's sake, let's just not even think about that man. How do you now get the support and thing that you need for your child? That's where we've been going. But it's like, it's so easy to blame a set of people like, the red pill community, you're the reason why young boys are... I've never called no one to do that.
Never.
And if I ever saw a young man with a knife to a girl and it was in a relationship problem, I would say, brother, there's billions of women in the world. You know, just advise him on a real thing.
You're moving mad.
Brother, you want me to get you some pum-pum blood? I can help you out.
One for you.
I go live right now and I bet you a girl will see you and want to take your number. Emotional. Come on, brother, chill out.
Too emotional.
You know what I'm saying? I've never, in my mind, thought, you know what, this girl broke up with me, she disrespected me.
Never.
Watch.
Never.
I'm gonna chef her up.
Never. I've never even been close. And like, you know, it's interesting. Like, so when you touched on the idea of it's got a link to like the single mother homes, and we know boys being emotional, but it's true. If he's not around, rather than echo deadbeat fathers, give your son a support network of men around him and outreach to certain people to ensure that he has that masculine sort of energy within him. Because if you just give up at the dad part, doesn't he have uncles, brothers? And it can extend to school teachers. Like, there's so much places you can go to get that male figure for him to sort of understand himself as he's growing up. But it also doesn't excuse that women who... I don't like when women say, it doesn't matter how bad of a person I am towards the father, he should still be there for his son. Now, I'll just tell you this for me personally, I refuse to be around a woman who's going to affect my mental health, and not allow me to operate in certain spaces to perform on a dad level towards my son, which makes me say, so that's a woman saying, if I'm berating you, condescending, calling you outside your name and make you feel less of a man in front of your son, that still shouldn't make you waver and say, I'm not going back. But that's to say man are not human, fam. That's to say that man could just flow and not hear nothing, There are women out there who will cuss out man in front of the child, call him big names. The son's playing, saying, Dad, let's do this. And the woman saying, I hate you, all these things. So if a woman doesn't believe that men have emotions, yeah, and you can make a man detached from you, the child of me not being around is a result from you being bad towards me. So you're the one who's being selfish towards your son, because if you had any respect for me or your son, you wouldn't even have them talks around him.
Fact.
Like, you'd allow it. We talk about co-parenting. Co-parenting, yeah, is two people who are amicable with each other, who understand the roles that they have each, and don't let politics get involved in the parenting aspect.
Facts.
But how much women bring up old shit, or like bring man around their youth, or like trash talk the dad and call us deadbeat dads. And on top of that, women take no accountability, because even if you are deadbeat and they knew that, why they lay down with man? Like, why open their legs with man? I don't understand. Women are quick to say men ain't shit, but you laying down with men ain't shit. And then when they ain't shit, you're like, why I mean shit? It don't make no sense, fam. If you knew that from the jump, ease off from man. But all these women are quick to have youths, fam. Like, these women want the labels, the status, to say, I've got a youth, and worry about the problems after. There are women right now that will have our baby and know we ain't shit, and come to find out that men still ain't shit afterwards, fam. Like, that's why it all gets lost. Of course, both sides have to take accountability, fam, 100%. Of course. But I think women are too quick to just play the blame game. If most women woke up one day, looked in the mirror and said, maybe it's me, there'd be a lot more happier people just in the world. I swear to God, fam.
And just to bounce off the point that you said when you said that she should be looking for that male figure instead of just saying, oh, the dead father. Because trying to find a solution is better than crying about a problem.
100%.
If my foot's hurting me and all I'm saying is, you know what, my foot's hurting me, but I'm not looking to go doctors, but I'm just complaining every day. Why I see my foot's hurting me, I can't come, my foot's hurting me, everything's for my foot's hurting me. But there's a solution. Go to the hospital and get it seen.
How about that?
And then after, I won't have to complain because it's been fixed. But you don't want to do that. But you want to bring up, and that's what makes me laugh. Like, people was like trying to put the blame on somebody else, other than that. The fact is that child that done that had his own mind and he knew what he was doing when he pulled out that knife. As much as we say rage overtook him, brother, to take the knife out and to look at someone and then to precisely pull it in someone, you've kind of thought of your movements. Yeah. You haven't, it's not like you had it in your hand, you're arguing with someone and you just done it.
Yeah, no.
It's different. You've took it out.
The process.
There's a process. So at that split second of pulling it out, you could say, should I do this or not?
Facts.
And you let yourself do that. The accountability is on you as a person. You can't blame a whole community and say, well, because he was listening to this, because he was listening to that. Bro, I don't know what he was listening to.
No one knows.
I don't know.
No one knows.
It was nothing to do with my content. How can my content make someone want to get up and do that?
Doesn't make sense.
So that was a funny thing that I heard earlier. And then I heard women in the comment section cussing. And I heard the intelligent women were just talking about, like, we need to do better as a community, blah, blah. And there was some women that was like really sad about it. And then there was just the mad community. And when you saw these women's pages that were talking about, deadbeat fathers, they were single mothers with children that looked like they never had no access to their children. Now, a child that's emotionally invested in a woman, you can tell that he's been given bad advice about a woman.
100%.
And let me tell you why. Because if I offer a girl flowers that I wasn't romantically in with, and she disengaged from that, the first thing I think in my head is she doesn't want to be with me.
That's about it.
Okay, see these flowers that I got, I'm going to give them to another girl on the bus.
Facts.
OG player thing.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to sit there and I'm going to act like the girl don't even exist. And I'm going to leave and I'm never going to speak to her again.
Get her out your mind.
And the thing is, doing that will make the girl actually respect you.
It's true.
She might even circle back.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Because she respects you. You being too desperate.
Nope.
It makes you look desperate, and women don't like desperate.
No,
because it shows that you have a lack of control of emotions, and women don't like that. That's a weakness when you show a lack of control in your emotions as a man, and it's scary for some women because they don't know what you will do. And as we can see evidently, look what him not being able to control his emotions led him to do: a heinous act over an innocent poor black girl. You know what I'm saying? So I genuinely believe that, as a community, we need to start, if I'm being honest, talking to the young youths. And young youths need to be able to come out and cinch on their friends, bro. Raggo, I'll be honest. Like, if my brethren's rolling with a knife here to go see a girl, brother.
No.
I've got, YC, if you come here and you got a blade and you're like, I'm going to this gang's house.
It doesn't make...
I'm going to say to you, YC, if you have to carry a knife to the yard.
It's long.
These might as well not go to the yard.
Break it off.
Because you're risking your freedom, bro. I like her. She's my girl.
Nah, dumb.
I'm going to be like, YC, I genuinely don't think that's a good idea, bro.
Yeah, because like there's toxic and then there's just like killing people. Like no one should lose their life over any situation, especially relationships. And obviously, it wasn't even deep like that. I think even like when I read the paper today, it said something about he wrote like a card or some sort of note saying I love you or where to tear. So he was in being apologetic, and she just went on it. But if man just fought back, she might have came around the next day, the day after. Just like let it sit for a minute, because we all know when women are emotional in a moment, they don't want to hear nothing.
Straight.
But give it a few days, they'll come back.
Or a week.
Because women have to process how they feel, then come to reasoning of what they should be thinking after that point. So it's like, it's a shame my guy's headspace, because like, what a waste. You know, a beautiful young girl dead and a boy in prison for nothing. And it's funny because a lot of men who come out of long stints, yeah, become reformed individuals, yeah, because they've aged through life and just seen it for what it is. Like, experience is the best teacher, you know? Like, so imagine a boy going in jail at 16, yeah? He comes out at 40. That brother at 40, yeah, will now look back at his 16-year-old self thinking, I don't even know who that was, because he's grown as a man. He'll look back thinking, I don't know who that was, you know? He couldn't even tell you how he felt at that moment. He's like, I don't know what came up. So a lot of men who die early don't even know what it is to be a man, fam. Like, they didn't, because me being 36 now, yeah, I'm starting to deep life now. Back when I was 20, I don't even know what I was on. I couldn't even tell you, fam. But these young boys are going up on demon time, fam. And then putting them blame on podcasts like this is mad, because that's her argument. Oh, these young boys are stabbing out because they're playing GTA. That's dumb. Or these young boys are going to stab out because they're listening to the drill. It's like, you can't be blame all these music and games. How about the individual? How about, you know what? What is it? What's going on in your household? What's going on? What is the message being put into your head? Because we all know, yeah, there's the world outside is not like the place at home. Because you know what, in the home, yeah, you know, inside your home with a mum and dad present, yeah, that's a whole nother world, you know. Inside your home, what when you close that front door, yeah, the settings in your house is like there's rules, there's a lot of stuff to abide by to prepare you for the world. You don't get prepared out there, then come home. so like that's why if you comes home with some new language or some new things, you're like you're thinking, I know that ain't from here. Like, where you learn that from? Or who told you that?
Facts.
In this house, it ain't gonna run, you know?
Facts.
And I have to switch it up, fam. In this house, you do your homework, you go to bed by night. This is how this thing run. But kids don't understand that adults or parents try to prepare you the best for the world. But it looks at it like you're trying to crack my star, restrict me, I want to go out there. But this generation is hard, bro. Peer pressures are all-time high, mental health, social media, likes, suicide, everything's on the rise. So actually, it's quite difficult to be a parent now, because kids are exposed to so much that it's almost vital that you're even more watching your child and what they do and like what they can access. And for young boys out there, like I said, man, the whole gang things has been around for years, though, innit? Like gangs and ops and stabbing. But now I think it's getting mad now, though.
Because I think social media is playing, and this, I would say social media in its general sense is having a detrimental effect on a young boy. Who told him that if you take flowers and a nice message, that it's going to get a girl back? Who? Because
we don't say that. I know we don't say that.
Because if you would have come to us and said, my girl, I've lost my girl, what should I do? We would have told him, start going gym,
facts,
level up, get your money up, and don't focus on her.
Study, work on yourself, everything.
And eventually, she will see you improving, and naturally, she'll just gravitate towards you because you're winning in life.
Right.
People gravitate towards winners.
Yeah.
We disassociate ourselves from losers. So if she sees you winning, you'll get more than abundance of women, so you wouldn't even have to worry about one, because you could have 100. Now you might say, but I only want her. But you're only 17. You don't know really what you want.
Nah.
At 17, I didn't know what I wanted.
Nope.
I could have told you a million things I wanted, but I don't want it right now. But now I've still got my freedom.
Yeah.
So him going in prison, he's lost something so precious to him that he'll never be able to get back. And that's called time. And there's no way he's busting this case.
No,
I'm telling you,
it's impossible.
He's finished. And the reason why I say he's finished, I saw rows of police officers putting flowers down. Now, let me tell you something. You see, when police officers are that invested, brother, it's like they all come together and say, look, we got to get all the evidence. Brother, the way they're piecing that evidence together, the way they're going to make it look, and because it's a high-profile crime, meaning that all the news outlets done it,
everyone,
the judge has to look at it like, you have to get the maximum. I've got to make an example out of you. As much as I don't want to, you killed a girl that was 15, that was aspiring, that had all of these things. And you can't, there's not really much bad you can say about a little girl, you know. A 15-year-old girl, what? She had a little attitude. Of course. Every girl at 15 had an attitude.
Facts.
Come on, man.
Facts.
Like, what the hell? Them girls had attitude in my school. It was normal. When girls, it's just like us as boys when we're going through our hormone stage.
Facts.
And we just got bare testosterone and we're always fighting with our friends. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way, when we're growing up, we're learning our bodies, we're learning our minds. She didn't even get to experience that, bro.
No.
He got taken away. So that little boy, his life, he's definitely getting a big bird, 100%. And he's not busting case. And he can't plead his sanity, he can't pleed nothing.
No,
He's
nothing.
done.
Yeah.
Because people can't say he's insane because he bought roses.
Right, he's not
had a
insane.
knife,
Yeah.
And writ a card. That doesn't sound like someone insane to me,
It doesn't,
bro.
yeah. That looks like someone who was seeking forgiveness and didn't get it.
And then resorted to violence.
Like,
to think that that's the way masculinity is.
Right.
And we said many times, masculinity has nothing to do with throwing your weight around. It's being able to control yourself and manage your emotions. We've said this many times.
Yeah, but people don't want to hear that, though. And I actually think if a lot more women and men listen to us rather than just quickly dismiss us, yeah, like, we'd legit be saving lives. And that's no cap.
No, bro. I had a whole video, YC, on the YouTube called How to Deal with Rejection.
Yeah, so yeah,
I
you
done
did.
it a month ago.
No, I'm saying, but people don't want. Like I'm saying, but people don't really buy into those kind of videos until
239 views. Nobody cares.
these exact. No one cares.
But if that young man would have got that video, it would have changed his life.
Of course it would.
Because you would have understood that getting rejected or getting dumped is part of life.
It's gonna cultivate something inside you, yeah, to understand women nature and just that fact that they're not the prize. I am. If I work on me, I always tell guys, yeah, if a woman doesn't rate you, yeah, then be her upgrade. Now, when I say be her upgrade, I mean let a woman look back and think, he's upgraded. Be her upgrade. Like, damn, boy, I let him go, but now my guy's a whole ticket and he's doing well for himself. And women circle back to men who've improved, but not men who are in the same spot. So if you was working at McDonald's and she left you, and a year later she sees you, go, oh, where you working now? Still McDonald's. She's like, oh, no, I'm good though. But if you was like, raw, like, oh yeah, you know what? I left McDonald's, I done a course, and now I'm up in a small business. She's like, yo, all right, well, you different when you level up, bro. But you have to want more for yourself. Sometimes it takes like people around you to maybe spot your potential. It takes someone to believe in your idea. But being on a purposeful mission as a man, yeah, eliminates fuck shit, fam. You don't tolerate bullshit and you keep it moving, fam. Girls can't be a part of your day when you're like that. They can't.
You have to, as a man, sometimes realize your strength as a man and understand that we're not put on this planet to abuse or hurt women. And this is really important that we say these messages and we put these things out there to the world, because I don't want anyone to ever misinterpret my podcast and think that we tell men to abuse or violate women. We tell men how to not get their heart broken and how to become better as men. We're looking to empower men. Our first ever episode was called Empowering Men. It was nothing to do with belittling women. We was trying to empower men with knowledge on how to stay in relationships or how to deal with the modern day women in this day and age. But I do not recall, not once, me ever telling men to be violent towards women, because I am 100% against that in every sense. I have daughters, I have a mother, I've got aunties, I've got cousins, I've got all of that. Yeah, I ain't got sisters, but I've got little cousins. I ain't got sisters, but I've got cousins and stuff. And I wouldn't want someone to do that to them. So I would not call somebody to do it to them. And women are very precious in the sense of, you know, they're not built like men. Nah. So man shouldn't be trying to treat them like that. And I don't know where these young boys are getting this mentality from, like this gangster mentality. I have to be gangster to my girl, and you know, I'm like, I don't know where that's coming from, because back in the day, I knew man that was bad boys but lover boys to a woman. And I think that's the best way to be. It's true. You can be the top don out there on the streets if you want, but with your woman, be friendly, be jokey, be loving, be hugging, be, you know what I'm saying, like bust joke, and you know, like show her that personality and leave that gangster stuff out the door. That's not meant to be in the room with my girl. I'm meant to be gangster with her. Shut up before I blade you up. Like, what? Is that how you lot talk to your girls?
Yeah, no, it's not.
That's wild.
Yeah, no. I think, you definitely, you know what's funny? Yeah, it's right, because I think your woman can know what you're capable of, yeah, but you need to be able to be vulnerable. Or do you know what? Just enjoying her company, bro. I swear, women want men's time and attention, yeah. But if she can feel comfortable around you and feel like she can be herself, yeah, and think he's nice, he's funny, he's charming, once she knows that side, your bad side, she'll accept a lot easier, because she knows how you can be. But if she's only seeing one side of you, she probably run away because if man's actively dangerous and could potentially harm her, she best run. But if she knows outside of the home, I just get shit done. That's not who I'm bringing home.
And it shows you how dangerous it is because it wasn't even the girl that got stabbed. It was her best friend.
Yeah.
So it shows you that women want to be with a bad man, but not realizing that sometimes it comes with these crazy consequences.
Mad.
Of all this weird stuff happening around you. This is the energy that you're bringing around you. You got to be very careful of the energy that you bring around you. You know what I'm saying?
The bad boy.
And it looks like the bad boy is attractive, but look where it ended up.
It's
for
really
some people.
not.
Look where it ended up.
It's really not. But you ain't even got a dead for that. I'm saying there's a bad boy, and there's just for me there's a bad boy and there's a guy who just don't fuck around. The guy who don't fuck around has no tolerance, no BS. If you're moving mad, I'm out. That's the guy who's just on time, yeah. But a bad boy is someone who's just he's really on time, and he could potentially harm you. You don't want that guy. You want a guy who can maybe put you in your place and handle stuff in terms of business and finances, yeah. But you don't want a guy who could potentially come home one day and just swing for you. That doesn't even make any sense because now you're in a whole other situation, fam. Yeah, obviously I understand the complete nice guy. Women tend to like men with a bit of edge or a bit of, roughage around them because they're not all the way sweet. But a bad boy, someone who would be like, yo, shut up to a point where a man will pull out a blade on you, yeah. Nobody wants that, fam. I don't know whatever films the girl been watching here. Let's just scratch it off. No girl wants a bad boy, but they do want a guy who's can handle himself and ain't with the bullshit. But that's two different things. But at that age, you can't distinguish the two at that age, fam. At 17, I didn't know what I was on. I couldn't tell you what I was on at 17.
Facts.
I couldn't tell you what I was on. Nothing made sense. I didn't know what life was. Dreams, goal, aspiration, businesses, stock shares. Man didn't know none of that.
So really, I feel like social media had the biggest impact on this young man. I don't think it was anything to do with podcasts or anything. I feel like social media in general and the culture of
right where we are
of violations and man's not a prick and all of that. I feel like that had more of an impact on him than anything else. Does that make sense?
Social media is dangerous. It can be used in a positive light when you might have research and purposes, or you're looking for specific things to find to maybe make you a better person or information that you might want. So if I was like, damn, how to deal with heartbreak, I'll find videos that match that and get away from it. But if I get down the wormhole and I'm watching mad videos, you start to believe it, fam. Because I said rap music, if I was thinking about stabbing someone, yeah, it definitely didn't come from rap music. But I might listen to rap music to make me get heated or get in the zone. That's different, though. I'm on it. But the music didn't do that to me.
Yeah.
So you get it? So I think, accountability is a massive thing, man. You know what I mean? We have to understand what it is to even do it and understand that men do carry a much larger presence than women, the physical aspect and the dominance thing. Yeah. But at that age, I just wish someone was there to be like, bro, let's let's just go home, man, or it's long in it, or leave her. She's dead anyway, kind of thing.
But you know how mad it is? If I was there, I would have probably tried to get involved, and you had a knife in them, you'd have probably bladed me and killed me.
And then you
that's what would have happened to me.
Yeah. And then you've got a family and kids that are now missing. So it's like, how do you intervene without intervening?
It's mad because I know all these little tough guys online and these community leaders and all these wannabe thugs be like, if I saw the head, then I'd jump in. But bro, would you? If you saw someone with machete in their hand and they're moving irrational, I'll be honest, I'm keeping a distance. And call me whatever you want, yeah? But I feel like you have to know how you're moving on these streets, bro. Because there's a lot of times I've seen heroes get stabbed and killed. I've seen heroes get stabbed and killed. And I've thought, bro, I'm not being a hero. I'm not being that man.
I'm a dad.
You know what I'm saying? I've got kids and stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't choose the situation to happen. I might, me personally, I'll probably be on the phone to police or something because I'm a civilian.
Time.
And man can't tell me I'm snitching. I'm not snitching.
On who?
I'm not putting myself at risk. I can't beat a man with a knife in his hand. I'm just keeping it real. I could think I'm the toughest guy in the world and I could grab it out of his hand. But maybe just 1 second he pushes it through my chest. Just in one split second, YC. Quick, bam, right in my chest. I'm dead. All it takes is a split second, you know?
Trust me.
That's what happened there. It was a split second and it just changed. So, man has to know, that we can't put ourselves in danger for other people, but we still got to do stuff for the community. See, I think the best thing we could have done was effective work before him getting to walk him with a knife. why is the young
Seeing
man
the
feeling
signs.
so scared that he's rolling with a knife? Intervention needs to happen before the
Way
crime.
before.
Not after the crime. Oh, what can we do now? Bro,
What do you mean?
there's madmen out there, bro. We've already created them. There's no
Yeah.
intervention now.
Yeah.
They're on what they're on. You ain't stopping my man. He's unstoppable.
The signs were there, man.
Do you know what I'm saying? He's unstoppable. You can't stop him now. He's 17. He thinks he's a man. He's a tough guy. He's got his blade on him and he's ready to use it. He wants to source his thing so he can say he saw something. That's how these youngers think now in their minds. You know what make sense? But it's sad, man. It's proper sad.
It comes with great consequences, man.
Come on, man.
And that's a